Hello, my name is Diane, and this is my husband Michael. We both read the Urantia book.
Hello, my name is Michael Duncan. My wife and I are course developers for Urantia University Institute. We are so glad you could join us as we journey through the local universe to paint an overall picture of creature evolution in our local universe of Nebadon. This presentation is designed to offer an introductory overview of Part 2 of the Urantia book, titled The Local Universe.
The three main questions we will answer in this presentation are: Number 1. What is a local universe, and what is its function in the grand scheme of evolution? Number 2. Who are the main celestial beings that assist in the initiation and administration of creature evolution throughout the local universe? Number 3. How can our understanding of God unity, as embraced in Urantia philosophy, help us to be of service to our brothers and sisters in the here and now?
To begin, I would like to give some basic facts about the origin and structure of our local universe of Nebadon as the background for creature evolution in the local universe and for further creature evolution in the grand universe. We currently live, breathe, and have our being on this planet called Urantia. Our planet is part of the local system of Satania, which in turn is part of the local universe of Nebadon. A local universe is a yet-to-be perfected reflection of the perfect pattern of paradise, wherein sits the Universal Father, our God in heaven. This perfect paradise pattern manifests in the form of 7 super-universes that are created by God and His celestial architects to provide for our mortal, morontial, and spiritual evolution.
This is a painting we have created called The 7 Super Universes. The Urantia book tells us that each of the 7 super universes consists of 100,000 local universes. In total, the 7 super universes provide for 700,000 local universes for evolutionary training and growth.
A local universe is a created structure in which our mortal and morontial evolution takes place, with the spirit levels of evolution occurring on the super-universe level. Each planet within a local system, like our planet Urantia, serves as a preliminary spawning ground for mortal evolution. It is here that we begin to effectively use mind function to grow our eternal souls as we strive ever higher toward morontial levels of development, which will occur in the mansion worlds and beyond. Each local universe is a product of the work of many celestial beings. 2 beings who are instrumental in local universe creation and organization directly are the Creator Son and the Creative Daughter.
I would like to share with you one of our paintings titled Divine Creation. It symbolizes the creation of our local universe of Nebadon by Michael, our creator son, and his associate, the creative daughter. Michael is shown on the left, and the creative daughter is shown on the right. They are connected at the level of the heart, as they set into motion all aspects of local universe creation.
This creative pair of associates interpret and attempt to duplicate the perfect paradise pattern in their local universe creations as they establish headquarters worlds, stabilize suns, move planets into orbit, create life on the barren planets, and activate the scheme of mortal and morontial evolution. The Creator Son and the local universe Mother Spirit, also known as the Creative Daughter, create offspring whose work is so vital to the effective creation and administration of other aspects in local universe function.
The figure shown in our painting, Material Son, is Adam, or an Adam son, who has received the spark of life from the Creator Son and Creative Daughter. He is in anticipation of fulfilling his duties as a material son, who, with a material daughter, embodies on a planet to assist in creature evolution.
The Urantia book tells how our Creator Son, Michael, bestowed himself on our planet in the form of Jesus of Nazareth. This was Michael's 7th bestowal of himself on various local universe levels of creature existence. Upon completion of these 7 bestowals, Michael, along with his associate, the local universe Mother Spirit, became sovereign ruler of the local universe of Nebadon.
This is our painting of the Ascension of Michael, following his 7th bestowal as Jesus.
In paper 47 of the Urantia book, a brilliant evening star says, "The Creator Son, when on Urantia, spoke of the many mansions in the Father's universe." Jesus teaches us about a life even more grand than our life here on Urantia. This new and grander life begins with our progression through the 7 mansion worlds. These 7 worlds were established as training grounds for mortals, who through the use of will and mind during their planetary careers have chosen to resume evolution and soul growth toward God union and paradise perfection. On the first mansion world, mortal survivors are resurrected and resume their lives where they left off on the spheres of mortal existence. A new body is given on the first mansion world, but only the experiences that were of an eternal, godlike quality are retained. The mansion world students are given a new body as each successive mansion world is attained. These bodies allow for ever-increasing mental utilization and soul growth, as well as spiritual progression. The 7 mansion worlds serve to dematerialize and demortalize the faith sons of the inhabited planets. It is here in the mansion worlds that we fuse with our thought adjusters and pass from the mortal state to the immortal state. As we successfully complete our mansion world careers, we become local system citizens, and we begin our careers as ascending Morontia beings.
In our painting, Temple of Light, We have used abstract images to represent our vision of one of the worship centers on the mansion worlds. We use the word light to connote a temple that celebrates increased spiritual insight through mansion world experience, as well as through the personal embodiment of Urantia philosophy.
During our Urantia existence, we come to embrace a higher type of human philosophy called Urantia Mota. This mota is the experiential connection between the material and the spiritual and assists the ascending mortal in the integration of meanings and values. The Urantia book has included 28 sayings of Urantia Mota. Here are 3 of my favorite Urantia Mota sayings. By the way, I encourage you to read and study all 28 Urantia Mota sayings. They are all thought-provoking and very inspiring. Urantia Mota number 3. A display of specialized skill does not signify possession of spiritual capacity. Cleverness is not a substitute for true character. Number 22. Only a poet can discern poetry in the commonplace prose of routine existence. And number 27. Greatness lies not so much in possessing strength as in making a wise and divine use of such strength. In paper 48, an archangel of Nebadon encapsulates the Urantia life perfectly by saying, "The Urantia life, extending as it does over the various stages of the local universe career, is the only possible approach whereby material mortals could attain the threshold of the spirit world." As Urantia beings, we function in the highest stage of local universe evolution, while at the same time in the intermediate stage of grand universe evolution. As we complete our Urantia careers, we become ascenders of full-fledged spirit status in the super-universe arena of evolution. And as we embrace the concepts taught in Urantia Mota, here on Urantia, on the mansion worlds, and in our Urantia careers, we gain an advanced cosmic insight, and we begin to traverse that joyful path that leads us to oneness in God. We also delight in the unselfish desire to lovingly serve in God's great kingdom. We come to know that love is the desire to do good to others. And we also come to realize more fully that God is unity. This 3-word sentence, God is unity, is the first sentence from the final paper in Part 2 of the Urantia book.
We have painted one heart, which you now see, to highlight the importance of love and unity in our lives. In the painting, 2 hearts are in the process of merging, one from above and one from below. The meeting of the 2 hearts results in hearts that are superimposed upon one another. This union is shown inside the silver circle in the middle of the painting.
We on Urantia are all part of a collective body of ascending individuals traversing the evolutionary path in our local universe of Nebadon and in our respective super-universe. We are also part of a larger collective that includes not only ascending beings, but descending beings as well. Our celestial brothers and sisters are reaching ever downward with their hearts open to anyone who will hear their loving words and guidance. We, in turn, are in the process of learning how to lift our hearts to embrace this love which is so freely given to all who will hear a gracious and merciful message of love and service. We should sincerely strive to work together in divine coordination within this perfectly synchronized evolutionary mechanism where the finite blends with and eventually becomes the infinite once more. When we come to understand that everything and everyone is one, and thus entirely integrated in this vast evolutionary mechanism, it is then that we begin to understand God's eternal purpose for us and everyone else. We come to the realization that God wants us to become one with Him, and one with His creatures, whom He loves so dearly. He wants to enfold us all completely into His loving, eternal embrace, and He wants us to love Him and all of His creatures as brothers and sisters in the family of God. To help us achieve God union, with the assistance of this divine coordination, we must perfect ourselves first. We should strive to lovingly embrace and faithfully live out our universal Father's mandate, "Be you perfect, even as I am perfect." We must use our minds, our wills, and our determination to make the choices and decisions necessary to propel us away from egocentric mortal meanings and values toward the Urantia meanings and values of selfless love and service in God's great kingdom. At the same time, we must continually grow in the practice of helping our brothers and sisters enhance their own soul growth and spiritual progression.
This painting is called Walking with God and Reach for the Stars. Our goal with this painting was to show a moment frozen in time of an individual in the process of ascending the evolutionary path. The figure with arms outstretched upward is reaching for the stars with a joyful and triumphant expression in anticipation of greater glory in God's love. The celestial footsteps at the upper left of the painting represent that level of evolutionary attainment when the ascender is substantially on the path toward paradise perfection, and hence walking with God.
Here is one final passage from the Urantia book. Here, a mighty messenger assigned to this mission by Gabriel of Salvington encourages us to boldly accept the great challenge to win perfection. The goal of eternity is ahead. The adventure of divinity attainment lies before you. The race for perfection is on. Whosoever will may enter, and certain victory will crown the efforts of every human being who will run the race of faith and trust, depending every step of the way on the leading of the indwelling adjuster and on the guidance of that good spirit of the universe Son, which so freely has been poured out upon all flesh. We would like to conclude this overview of Part 2 of the Urantia book by saying thank you for joining us on this journey through life and evolution in the local universe. We hope you have gained some insight into the workings of evolutionary life in our local universe of Nebadon. And it is our wish that you take every opportunity to work closely with your thought adjuster and accept the guidance and assistance of the spiritual beings and forces that are ever ready to assist you in your attempt to win God perfection for you and for your brothers and sisters here on Urantia, throughout the local universe of Nebadon, and on every step of your journey toward paradise perfection and God unity. Thank you.